Ping. Pow.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Oh, shit.
Episode.
Hello. That would help.
Episode. What is this
42.
now? 62. 42.
62.
62.
I've written 42.
Oh, dear.
Shit.
That's okay.
Shit. All right, sorry.
We forgive you.
No, the whole joke was that I'm such a moron. This is clearly a joke that just went completely out over my head. I wrote Chib's, not Chib's worst episode. I put 42. Shit. Why would I think it was 42? We passed episode 50. I'm a moron.
You are a bit.
That's the dumbest thing I think I've done all year. There goes my joke. But
oh, God.
Either way, before we jump into anything, Dan.
Okay, yeah, what did you want to bring up?
I need to tell you and show you something.
Oh.
Have you noticed my shirt, by the way?
Ah, Firthy.
Yes.
Look at that.
Wow,
Very impressive.
Ooh. We just had a stripper on the show. I'm not stripping.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, look at that.
Had a stripper on it. I'm not stripping for you folks. But
yeah, you've had your chasing enough for strippers. Furphy Refreshing Ale. And this episode is sponsored by... we don't get... I feel like, though, when we do get sponsors, we would go to breweries first. Beer would be the first thing to sponsor us, considering how much... Like, we're clearly a happy customer already of multiple beers.
You're not wrong. And speaking of
I'm
beer,
starting on the cast, by the way, but...
Sorry, do you mind
you can show off my... Okay, fine.
Because I need to show you something.
Okay, that's fine.
Got a present for you. So my parents brought this back for me from Mark River. They got it for free. And they also brought back two of these. One for me and one for you.
Ooh.
And I thought I'd donate it to the show because I donated the cap, which my mom got me from Bali just before Corona hit. They literally just got in just before the borders closed.
Which is a Captain America cap opener.
Cap the cap. They didn't get coronavirus, by the way, if anyone's wondering. But
who, Cap?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a Furphy ball opener.
Wow, look at that.
So you can open up.
Oh, what? You use it at the back?
Yeah, so you can open up your beer with it.
That's awesome.
You want to give it a try?
Oh, God, I hope I don't get it wrong. So how?
You just twist it. You put it on like that.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And then. No way.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you twist and then, I don't know, do you like.
It fit my VB. Is it not thin on there?
Is it supposed to be for twist offs?
Yeah.
Okay, because this isn't a twist off.
Oh, is it a cap?
This is a cap.
Oh, shit. Well, it worked on my...
That's really nice, though. That's very sweet. Thank you.
That's okay. If you pass it here, I'll quickly...
You'll demonstrate. Things are falling all over the place.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
I'll have to show you when I have my other one. But anyway, yeah, I got one at home. So we've now got...
That's nice. I really appreciate that.
Now we've got two bottle cap.
Yeah, I love that. The show has a real...
And we'll get into why the panda's there when we get to it. But...
Oh, that's right. Yes, we do need to explain our new...
I've got it in the notes.
Panda was technically in last episode, but
yeah,
that's
but
Panda's
it
permanent
would have
spot.
been unnecessary to explain why it was there. But
we should try and get Cap on the... Well, actually, we want Cap to... Hold on, maybe if I put Cap like...
You can try and put him somewhere, I don't mind.
Here or something. He's still in the frame, hopefully, but
there must be a way to...
We can reach him if we need him, you know? Oh, yeah? Oh, look at that. That's
perfect.
Sick.
Is it in the thing?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Hey! Let's go.
I love that. Oh, perfect. Why don't you do an even step further?
Yeah. How was it? Oh, right.
I thought it would stop it from falling over. But clearly I was wrong. Anyway, let's get into the show. So
let's do it, baby.
That was a nice little... Thank you. That's very sweet of you to give me a little present.
Okay.
I also wanted to give out a quick... we will talk about mental health and stuff like that a little bit later because I got a segment about dance therapy.
Oh, it's going to get tasty today,
It's gonna
baby.
get controversial.
Yes.
Anyway, no, I want to just give a shout out to Dylan. He's, Dylan, one of our...
Oh, yes.
when we eventually interview him on the podcast, it'll be like, we interview our biggest fan or something like that.
Pretty much.
But I wanted to give a shout out to him because he messaged me today and he said that these episodes really mean a lot to him and he watches the show and it really means a lot to him to know that we talk about mental health. We're not shy.
Ah!
Okay, that wasn't on camera, but Cap just fell over. But we talk about mental health. We hit the topic.
Where was my personal message? That's fine.
But yeah, so we are appreciated, Conor. I wanted you to know and
Thanks,
and
I'll Be sure to tell my dad that because he thinks no one listens. So
we have positive.
I saved a boy in the UK. No, that's really sweet. Thank you, Dylan. Now I'm number one fan.
But yeah,
the
so
UK.
to get on to, well, speaking of the UK and other international film markets, let's get into the first topic of today, which is Mulan, which is kind of, the topic isn't specifically Mulan, but it's more broadly.
I'll bring up the email, but yeah,
this whole idea of films being released digitally now in the new coronavirus age, COVID film going, I guess you might call it, where people watch, or they don't watch, sorry, they rent movies or they buy them in some cases from home instead of going out to the cinema because frankly, you can't go to the cinema because it's very hard to social distance. It's very hard to do that sort of stuff. What are you trying to do? You trying to get your beer in the
No, because you
shop?
can't see my shirt and stuff. And that's,
I see.
I don't like you. I care about my fashion on the show.
Excuse me, did you not see me go out and change my shirt
that
before
sounded terrible. I meant, no, because you care as well.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry, that sounded really mean. I meant like you, I care as well.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, I got the email
Conor was
here.
like, no, I simply meant the exact opposite of what I said.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. That's now the panda's in there.
That's okay, man.
But anyway, I got the email yesterday. It's premium access Disney Plus, and basically it was about Mulan. It says
really?
the wait is almost over. I don't think anyone's really that ambitious for it anyway, but it says on September 4th, which is not too long away.
No, it's not.
Less than a month. Stream the much anticipated adventure, Mulan, exclusively on Disney Plus with premium access, Disney Plus subscription required. So here's the thing. If you have Disney Plus already, which we do, you use mine, which is fun.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but no, but I use your Netflix. Like we
that's right.
We bounce it out.
Yeah.
So it's $34.99 just to get in the movie.
Just gonna
or if you
$34.99.
Or without Disney Plus, it's $43.98. You get the movie and you also get a subscription to Disney Plus. Which is weird in a way because this is literally what people were talking about even before Corona, if the movies would be taken over by streaming
that's
services.
true. Yeah, we had a chat about this, didn't we? About
moons ago.
Streaming versus you know what's so funny?
Yeah.
Streaming versus independent cinema is a clip from an episode. I can't remember which one that I have clipped, but I haven't posted yet.
Right.
Like I haven't edited it, but I've listened to the episode.
Probably pre-Corona.
We filmed it pre-Corona, I think.
Yeah.
I think we filmed it
or even
pre-Corona.
before it all went a bit.
Yeah, before we knew Corona would affect things this much. But
yeah,
so $34
it's a big topic.
So $34, but then you own it forever.
Here's the thing. That's the thing. And you know, it depends. I was saying to my mum yesterday, I was like, it kind of depends what household you're living in. Because if you live in a house with your wife or your husband with like 2-3 kids, or you live with your partner, or you live with housemates, like very rarely people live alone. So I understand the justice of the price because, you know, you get the movie, you can watch it as many times as you like.
Yeah,
I assume it's in 4K.
Yeah.
If you've got a TV, it's 4K, which is important to add because if you
yeah.
buy a 4K Blu-ray, normally the Steelbook version is like $50.
I think one thing that when Disney Plus came out, and I could be wrong on this, but I think one thing people were happy about was that every tier was 4K. So Disney Plus was just one price and it was 4K. Whereas you know how Netflix, you can still buy like a standard definition version.
Same as Stan.
And Stan as well.
Yeah, you can buy the non-4K package.
Yeah, but on Stan, can you buy like a SD?
Yeah, SD
really?
package.
Wow,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
interesting.
All
Yeah,
right,
so,
why would you bother? It's like $2 extra.
It's weird, isn't it? And it's like, does anybody have a non-HD TV?
Well, streaming in 4K it's pretty, you know, it's never really, it's not pure 4K.
Yeah, it's never full 4K.
You need an actual disc, by the way, kids, to actually get the full
That's right.
4K
That's right. So
experience.
even streaming 4K, it's compressed. It's over the internet. And it's usually going to drop anyway.
It kind of surprised me. I was watching, I watched Monsters, Inc. a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
One of my favorite movies of all time. I started tearing up. I fucking love that movie.
It's a brilliant film.
It's in 4K. I was like, what?
It's wild, isn't it?
How the hell is it 4K?
It's funny because when you think about it, like all those animated films were shown on big screens, you know, cinema
like 18
screens.
years ago.
It's wild, isn't it?
It's
insane.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Like 2002. It was like, Jesus, like.
But I think
it's insane.
It's interesting because this whole idea of movie ownership, though, is going away a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But also, by the way, with the price, what I was going to say as well is that, you know, if your whole family went to see it at the movies, that's 2 adult tickets, 2 kids tickets. You probably end up paying more than, what did you say, $34? So
yeah, it's cheaper.
And then you also, you know, you own it now, so you can watch it whenever you want.
Yes, or like have your, well, it's not really, you can't really have friends over in all the places, but you know, you could have your mates over.
The big question I wonder is like, is this though also where the clashing of streaming and ownership comes in? Because like Disney Plus, the entire premise of Disney Plus is like all the blockbusters are there and you pay a monthly fee and you get them. So in a year's time, is Mulan going to just be on Disney Plus anyway?
I assume so. And also another big
and then are those people going to say, well, so I paid $34 for nothing because
yeah, but it's like buying a movie and then a year later it comes out on Netflix. It's like buying the actual Blu-ray.
But here's my question, and I'm sure this is the case, but do you still own the movie if you end your Disney Plus subscription?
You have to ask a smart man than me. I have no idea.
No, I'm just saying because like then let's say you buy it for $34
fair enough. And
then a month later you cancel your subscription, but then you go, well, hold on, but how do I watch Mulan, the movie I bought?
Maybe you can.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not.
I mean, another question is, are they going to release? I know Black Widow was in talks for it to be released as well.
Well, I did see something. Someone posted something on Twitter, and they said like it's officially been over a year since any Marvel movies have been shown in cinemas.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Far From Home.
I'm kind of like, that's all right with me.
I don't really care. I don't know if I'll even watch. Funnily enough, these two Disney movies are two like women-centered movies, which is pretty cool. But
yeah, I know.
They're not even going to get a cinema release.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Which is crazy. That was the whole idea of doing them was to get a bigger female audience, and then now they're doing this, which is crazy.
Literally, yeah. When they finally give women like a leading role,
if
they can't even show it.
If we have like we're over here one night and we're blah blah blah. If we're with Mitch and stuff and we're over here one night having beers, I'd probably buy.
I would watch it. Yeah,
I'd probably buy it if it was like 35.
Well, like I know Kath wants to watch it, so I could watch it with you boys.
Yeah.
I could watch it with Kath.
If it's $35,
Kath probably would want to watch it with her family. So
get the boys around, get a couple of beers going, and watch Black Widow.
To be fair, Black Widow you're talking about? Yeah. But I was also talking about like Mulan. Kath
I wouldn't watch Mulan.
No. Well, Kath would want to watch Mulan. I'm curious. I don't necessarily want to watch it, but if she wants to watch it, I'll watch it. I know she wants to watch it with her family.
Yeah.
So that's like, you split that up. I don't really want to see it. Doesn't end up being that expensive. But Black Widow, the same thing. I mean, same thing. Kath would want to watch it. Her family probably wouldn't buy it, but if Kath said, "Oh, we have it," they'd come over and watch it. So
well, Florence is in Black Widow, and she's like my future wife. So
who? Florence Pugh.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay. All right. Oh yeah, she plays Black Widow's sister, doesn't she?
White Widow. I assume that's her name. I don't know. I haven't watched like any trailers. I don't really care anymore.
Yeah,
I can't deal with it anymore. There's too many movies. I reckon the best thing they could have done was end it with Endgame. I reckon that would have been a really cool experience. But now they had to keep fucking milking that, squeezing that bloody tea towel and just getting all the water out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the whole Marvel thing is a real shame to me because it's like just let go of a franchise. Like Hollywood can't fucking let go of a franchise. No. I was talking to Kath about, have you heard 20th Century Fox is now just 20th Century movies or 20th Century Studios. I think it's 20th Century Studios. It's not Fox. But I was thinking, I was like, but it's also not the 20th century anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's literally the 21st century. But I said to Kath, I was like, that I don't actually know when 20th Century Fox was made. But
in the 20th century.
But that kind of implies that like there was a time in history when there you go, 1935. There was a time in history where it was okay to assume that you could start a business and it wouldn't still be going in 70 years' time. Yeah. But it's like now with the way that everything's so franchise heavy and Disney is this massive corporation that owns everything, it's like, no, obviously your company is going to be going for another 100 years. Are you crazy? That's the whole point of capitalism. Like it's like they just can't let go of anything that makes money, even if it sucks so bad and if no one likes it.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Every Marvel movie now is pretty much guaranteed to break $1 billion at the box office. Pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
Imagine how much this one's going to make.
It would be.
I understand why
they're holding
Mulan,
back. By the way, now because now that Aladdin, I think made like 1.4 billion or something.
That's the thing. Like,
Aladdin made bank.
I reckon they are a bit worried because are people really going to do it? I don't know. You have to ask
pay for it as much.
Than me. Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too, is that like,
even just do it. Like,
well, one of the biggest things, and I don't know how it's affected in China, but one of the biggest just behind the scenes things about this movie, Mulan, was that because it has it's set in China, a lot of the main cast are Chinese, like actually from China. They're big stars in China. Disney was hoping to get a really massive payday box office wise from the Chinese audience.
That's a huge audience,
especially for action movies. That's why the Transformers movies, they always set them or like they have a few scenes in Shanghai or whatever. Yeah. And like Iron Man 3 had that scene with an Asian doctor that they added into the Chinese release.
Yeah, the whole of the fourth movie is set in like, well, not the whole of it, but a majority of the fourth Transformers movies is set in like a
That's right, in
Asian
Shanghai or someplace. Yeah. So Hollywood was really hoping to bank on that Chinese market. And I don't know, maybe enough of China is, over the coronavirus that they can go to the cinemas, but it's a big question mark, man.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird time, and like hopefully it doesn't. I don't think it will affect cinemas. I feel like once the cinemas do open again, people are going to be like, "Thank God, I hated watching it at my house." Like, I don't reckon it will kill cinema. It'd be a cool thumbnail and saying, "Is cinema dead?" Episode 52 of the 62. I'm fucking that number so much. It'd be a cool like clickbait title, but I don't think cinema is dead.
No, I don't think cinema's dead. I think I've realized, and I'm sure not everyone has come to this conclusion, but I've certainly come to appreciate more the value of live shows. And we've talked about this, how like I've come to feel like live entertainment is so valuable because it is so different. It's so different from what you get from TV and what you get from films and stuff like that. And there will always be a place for films and TV, but I really, truly in my heart believe there should always be a place for live performing.
Well, we'll get to when we're going to see something live this weekend later, but yeah. There is some live stuff I haven't missed, but...
Oh, I see what you mean.
We'll get there. But no, I wish
we'll get there.
I'm really hoping I can see an artist soon. I mean, Draft was coming to Perth, but I'm like, I only like 2 of his songs. So
right, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, music.
That'd be cool. Like, in my opinion, cool to see him.
Yeah, music, comedy, even like plays, and I know you're not a big fan of musicals, but even there's a place for them. Like I just, I really do think that live performing is something that has to be seen to be enjoyed.
You don't have to try and convince me, man. I love it. I think it's amazing.
I hate that there is so much talk, especially from like these companies and executives of like, oh, let's just move everything to digital and let's just move everything to all this. And it's like, that is not what I genuinely in my heart don't think people want that. Like, I don't think people...
There's nothing nicer than going to see a show. Like, we're going out tonight to the cinema and like, that's right. That's nice as. Like, how fun... I mean, that's been kind of getting me through the whole week. I mean, kind of, it has. Like,
absolutely,
we're going to see a movie and we're getting dinner before and like a few drinks. Like, that's really nice. Like, it's a whole evening out of it. You can plan a really nice evening over going to see a show.
Absolutely, that kind of live.
I know cinema's not live, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But exactly, that's what I'm talking about. It's like going out. This whole idea that, going out is dead now. It's like, come on. People like going to dinner. They like being out. They like going to the pub. They like going to fucking cinemas and all this stuff. And that stuff will come back. I guarantee you.
Well, all the live entertainment's happening local. Like every bloody day they're adding new acts and stuff. I'd love to personally get down there and do an act, but I don't reckon they'd let me. But
they wouldn't do DJs as much.
Nah. I saw that, they do that open mic on a Wednesday. But it's not comedy.
Yeah, it's music open mic. Yeah.
How embarrassing if I went down.
What? You were like, they were like, where's his instrument? And you just get out your DJ.
I'm like, I'm just going to air DJ in your personal space. I would be so embarrassed around there and doing like an open mic, but I'd love to do like a gig. I feel like they know me well enough.
Oh, yeah. You'd get a bit of like, I know that guy.
Yeah, but like at least that's what I mean though. The live entertainment is happening at our local, like it's still going, and it's at the other. It's at the Swinging Pig as well.
That's another thing I wanted to bring up with this topic, and I wrote it down was that a movie like Tenet, or it's not Tenet.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Is coming out this weekend for us in cinema.
It's an advanced screening,
so we get to actually see Tenet in cinema.
Yeah.
Partly because one of the biggest reasons is because we live in a state in a country that, well, the country's done fairly well in Australia, but specifically Western Australia, WA has done fantastic. And because of that, it means we have very, very little restrictions. We can go to the cinema. We can see Tenet in the cinema. Tonight we're going to the cinema to see King of Staten Island, you know? So these are movies that in America, which was where the films were made and where they were going to be primarily marketed, people can't even see them in their home countries, like, because America's completely riddled with this
a film like
virus.
Nolan's is, you have to experience it in the cinema. Not after, maybe after you've seen it, you can watch it at home, but...
Yeah. So I watched Inception last week.
I wouldn't watch it at home for the first time.
I watched Inception last week, and I realized, by the way, when we went there, it was a marketing for Tenet.
Okay.
Well, it was kind of a marketing
was it
for
like
Tenet.
was it like a 5-minute sneak peek?
There was a
Okay.
5-minute, like, you know, when the directors sit down and the actors talk, and they had John David Washington, the main actor. Like, they did like little
Rob Pattinson there.
Yeah, he gave his.
The
he
movie
was
is
like,
just so good.
He literally.
And I love Christopher Nolan.
That is almost exactly what he said. But you know,
have to see it. It's
as much
so
as it was a
good.
bit of a meme. And look, and by the way, my thoughts on Inception. I liked it, but it was a little bit.
Have you not seen it before?
No, that was my first time seeing it. It was in cinema.
Oh, really? You didn't
Yeah.
see Inception?
I was pretty lucky.
Wow.
I liked it.
No wonder you were in such a rush to see it.
I think it
literally
was
like, bro, it's on Netflix. I rewatched it like last month.
But I thought it was like a little bit cliche.
Okay.
Maybe it created the cliches, and maybe I'm just seeing the cliches now because I've seen them in other movies, if that makes sense. But I feel like there's a couple of bits that are a bit like, okay, this is a bit classic.
It's not my
action
favorite
movie.
of his.
But I will say, and I know that
I'll tell you this.
and I'll tell you this. I know that Nolan himself has this viewpoint, and I love that he does. It 100% is a movie worth seeing on the big screen. And I think that Nolan as a filmmaker understands that. You know, the just the amazement of seeing something on such a
How
big screen.
good's the hotel
with the
scene with Gordon
sound.
Levitt?
Oh, that's fantastic. That
is amazing.
That blew my mind because I knew how they did the rotating.
So
but I
cool.
had no idea how they did the floating. Do you know how they did that? I have no idea how the fuck they did that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That blew my mind.
It's so cool. That
was fantastic. So
dude, just the bouncing off the walls and the whole.
absolutely.
It's in a hotel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the hotel is like
in the
spinning.
hotel, like not lobby, but
It's like all the rooms.
the hallway.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
it's such a
no.
great
And you
scene.
know, I what I appreciate about Nolan is that look, I don't think he's necessarily the best writer. I think he usually does better with source material, like the Dark Knight trilogy and Dunkirk as well. You know, where it's like he has something to base it on. But I will say that just his filmmaking technique is really, really inspiring, and the way that he does everything or does as much as he can practical, and just the way he shoots things, it's just fantastic.
Well, what did you
It
think of the
really
ending? The spinning top.
is.
It's such a fucking. It always annoys me. I'm like,
thought it was-
what the hell?
I kind of like that. I feel like I actually like that kind of ending where you leave it up to the question. I personally feel like it would be boring without an ending like that.
Right, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like if they confirmed it one way or the other, that then you'd just be like, oh, okay, well, then I know. I feel like it's almost better to not know. Just my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's also partly because I'm a simp for movies and I love mystery and I love the idea of like that it stays with you.
I want
Because
Gordon Levitt in more movies.
if there wasn't a question like that, it wouldn't stay with you.
I really
you know?
like Gordon Levitt. I finished his movie, Project Power. Sucked. It was so terrible.
Gordon Levitt's movie.
Yeah, Gordon Levitt's in it.
Oh wow, I didn't realize.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx and
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah.
Gordon Levitt and
Goodness
Casey
gracious.
Neistat is in it for maybe
There's three main
30 seconds.
characters.
He's in it for like, oh god, maybe a minute, and he has
That's pretty funny.
2 lines, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Literally,
Whoa.
like Jamie Foxx bumps into him and he's like, "Hey man, watch it," and he does this and he has a gun. I'm like, bro, it's just fucking Casey Neistat.
Oh my
He's literally
God.
got the glasses and everything.
Such a gangster.
And then like, no, there were so many scenes in that movie where I'm like, this is actually, well directed. It looks good. But the script was pants.
That's
Which is a shame because the idea is really cool. You know the idea,
Yeah.
like you swallow this pill and
that's also
you
that
instantly get something for 5 minutes or you get, it
Yeah.
just blows you up.
I felt like that at a few points in Inception. I was like, I really liked the concept, and to be honge, I liked a lot of the execution. I thought the execution was
jinx.
I thought the execution was quite good. What if we kissed? But basically, I just felt that some of the dialogue was a little bit clunky, and like I said, the shots were really, really good. But I just at some points I was a bit like, This is a little bit corny, but I liked it. I did like it, and I'm
know
very
what
excited
Tenet's-
for Tenet.
I don't even know what Tenet's about. I haven't
No,
seen a single
the
trailer.
only thing I know, and this is just from what I've seen, is that it's something to do with like, but it's not time travel. It's like time warping. I don't know. It's something about time.
I literally have no idea what it's about. I haven't seen a single trailer.
I know that in like one of the trailers, they do that thing, you know, where they reverse. So like there's a wave that crashes, but like it uncrashes.
Okay.
And there's like a car that crashes and then it like goes from being crashed to driving it. I don't know.
It's very Nolan-esque.
Yeah, it really is. And they even did it to Nolan's credit, even in the, you know, they had that little promo for Tenet before Inception. There was no spoilers or anything. I don't feel like I know anything more about the film.
I really like
There's only one thing that I know that I kind of wish I didn't know, but there's one thing, but to be fair, they had to talk about that in the promo, so I understand why, but I kind of wish I didn't know it. It's not even a plot thing, it's just something that happens. It's like a set piece, and it's like, okay.
Well, you've never seen Inception. I've never seen Interstellar.
Interstellar?
I've never seen Interstellar. Remember you guys went to the cinema and I didn't go?
Wow.
Remember that night?
I do remember that.
That's one of probably the biggest mistakes of my teenhood. I think I just finished work and I was like, I don't want to go, I'm tired. And then you, Declan, and Aiden all went. And I think that's the biggest mistake, one of the biggest mistakes of my teenhood.
Can't believe you've never seen Interstellar.
I've never seen it.
We should watch it.
I would watch it.
Yeah, we should definitely watch it.
Is it good? Okay.
It is. I would say, personally, I would say the same as I said Inception.
Okay.
I think it's like.
You're not a huge Nolan fan, are you?
The directing. No. I really like his directing. I'm not as big a fan of his writing. That's basically the way I sum up my Nolan fanboyingness. I think he's a fantastic director. Directing wise, it's really good.
I really like Dunkirk.
I will say, I also think that he relies maybe a little bit much on the music.
The score, yeah.
Not relies on it, but he plays it too much. It's like it's a good score. It's a really good score, but he just plays it too much.
Of course, Zimmer must be doing Tenet.
I think he is.
He
is. I wouldn't surprise me.
He doesn't leave Nolan.
He loves Nolan.
He does.
The reason he loves Nolan is because Nolan plays his fucking score every 2 minutes of the movie.
I swear that Inception started that phase.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Going,
in the trailer and everything. That's why I also say it's and again I'm acknowledging maybe some of the cliches I saw were because I've seen them in other movies.
Yeah.
And maybe Inception started it, you know. So
I remember when Inception came out, everyone was like, "You have to see this movie."
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, it's gonna blow your fucking mind, bro.
You gotta understand, back in the day, there weren't effects like that either. It was like the Avatar.
Yes, that's
phase,
right. That's right.
Oh, and I understand why it would blow someone's mind.
Yeah, definitely. And I also said to Kath,
the visuals and stuff.
I also said to Kath, Inception is almost non-stop action from start to finish, which is very, very unheard of. Or sorry, at the time it was very unheard of. Like that's a bit more common now for a movie to be action basically from the start to the finish. But you know, 20 years ago that was not the case. Purely because of technical limitations. Like you just couldn't do practically or digitally that kind of action from start to finish.
One of my favorite shots in the movie is the chair with the bathtub.
Oh yeah, where they fall in. That's awesome.
Like
that's very cool. Yeah.
Wow, man,
and I love that kind of stuff. That
so
stuff
cool.
I love. You know, I really do think he does amazing with the visuals, but I'm just not as big of a fan of his writing.
I think it's a cool concept, but you know, execution wise, I agree.
I think sometimes he goes a little bit too far into the like, I'm blowing your mind, right? Am I blowing your mind? I'm blowing your mind, right? You know what I mean? Like
he is the Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, kind of sniffs his own farts a bit and calls it roses. So to speak.
You're not wrong.
So, and then also, by the way, just quickly, we are watching The King of Staten Island tonight.
Yes.
That is Pete Davidson's new movie, or I should say Judd Apatow's new movie, co-written with Pete Davidson, starring Pete Davidson. I've watched it already. Full disclosure, I really enjoyed it. I think it's good. I think you'll like it. Are you excited to see it? What do you know about it? Because you had some, and I won't say anything.
No, what do I know about it? I mean, I've known about it for a while. That's how it works, by the way.
Nice.
No, I know about it for a while. I just knew it was like the whole Pete Davidson kind of almost like Honey Boy. It was almost like a recovery story in a way, because it's about his dad who passed away in like 9/11. He was like a firefighter. I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they even it's like a 9/11 thing.
Right.
The movie, but I don't know. Then he's like depressed and wants to be a tattoo artist. That's all I know. I don't know Bill Burr's in it. I know Steve Buscemi's in it. And I love
Steve Buscemi's great.
I love Steve Buscemi.
Oh, he's really good at this.
He's
actually.
like, when I was watching Monsters Inc., I completely forgot he played Randall.
Yeah,
Hey guys, like I love
Steve
Buscemi.
is so good.
He's so funny. Like ever since Reservoir Dogs, I've just loved him.
Ever since Horace and Pete, I've just loved him.
You can see why Louis took a good shine to him. No, I'm excited to see it. I really, I hear you say battles with mental health. I love movies about mental health because I'm in a constant battle with my health.
I think it's a really good. One thing I like about it is like it doesn't really. It's kind of like what we were talking about on the last episode of the podcast with the boys about
the last episode with the last set.
Sometimes you don't need to specifically talk about mental health to set a good example or to tackle it. Like I mean, King of Staten Island does pretty directly deal with it, but I think in a lot of ways it just sets a good example of how to treat mental health and how to treat that topic. Like. Right. Because it doesn't always directly address it, but it never makes fun of it. It never makes it out to be silly. It's very respectful of all that,
What I am worried about is, we're getting a tattoo for the 100th episode.
Yeah.
And this is obviously a movie about tattoos. And like, every time I see a movie that people have tattoos and stuff, I'm always like, fuck, like, what should I get? Like, and then I'm like, that's probably not a good thing to be thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like half the ones people our age get these days are just fads. And then I look back and be like, what a fucking moron I was. Like, my sister has awful ones. She has vacay.
Oh my God.
Which she got with like 5 girls, which I'm pretty sure she doesn't even talk to anymore.
Oh my God.
They went to Bali like in 2017 or something. They all got the same matching tattoo, vacay, like here.
But I mean, sometimes.
But they don't really even talk anymore.
Sometimes I feel like
falling out.
The ridiculousness of that story is kind of what makes it a good story, though. Do you know what I mean? Like the silliness of it, of like, oh my God, we got it, and then we stopped talking 6 months later. I think sometimes that's part of the fun of it.
I'm going to this beer festival, I think, and
the craft beer festival.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I want to go to that. That's on Saturday, isn't it?
I don't. It's in September.
Oh, okay.
I haven't bought my tickets yet. I'm supposed to be going with Megan and stuff, but I think they're on final release now.
Yeah, I just saw that as well.
I'm definitely going. I've booked.
Sorry, it's not this weekend. It is a weekend. But anyway,
I've booked Oktoberfest though. But I heard at the beer fest there's a fucking tattoo parlor. That's just so dumb. Everyone's gonna fucking want to get a tattoo.
Tattoo of beer.
Like, I would like to one day randomly get even like just tiny ones. Be like, that's funny. Like, we just got that one night and we loved it.
Yeah, I do think that's funny. And they kind of they do a bit like that in the King of Staten Island.
When I don't have to worry about my career, aka when this goes off, we can get tattoos. But it does worry me that I get a tattoo and then eventually maybe I have to work somewhere and they're like, we would hire you, but you got a tattoo.
Well, what's funny is that I don't know if this speaks to the larger industry or just specifically the industry I work in, but in my orientation week, there was a guy who was in our not class.
Sorry, the back a day bloke.
What?
Did you say on
the podcast? Yeah, it was the back a day. Yeah,
did you say on the podcast?
No, I didn't tell the story, but
I used to smoke back a day.
So
and I still do. Bro,
when I started a job just recently, and we had to do a week of orientation at the head office, and while we were there, it was like a multiple employees getting oriented, and there was one guy there who actually lives in the same, or he will be working in the same suburb as I do, so I might see him around, but basically he was telling, one day, like, none of the instructors were in, so we were just chatting. And he said something like, I'm a smoker. Because somehow smoking got brought up. And we were all saying like, oh, it's so shit. It's terrible. And he was like, well, I'm a smoker. And he was like, yeah. He said he doesn't anymore, but he was like, I used to smoke a pack a day. Oh, it's terrible. He said, I smoked my first cigarette when I was 12. Well, shit. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I didn't smoke my first cigarette until I was like 18.
Yeah, literally. I was like, fucking hell, that's wild.
Because I didn't want to. I just never really had the chance.
You know what's weird though? He was a super slim, super fit guy. Like he wasn't unhealthy.
I'm imagining some hell fucking fat beefy guy with like no hair and a huge beard and like
he runs a
tattoos.
fucking kickboxing gym.
Yeah,
like,
but it's most people getting smoking because of stress, and it chills you out.
Yeah,
I started smoking before.
No, that's
gigs,
right. That's right. Yeah,
and
it's a bad habit, but
it helps.
It does help.
It's like a bit of a tradition for me was to smoke before a gig.
And it's funny because one time I got in trouble because we smoked before a gig here out on the balcony.
I threw them in the
We threw them in the fire, and then the next day, Kath was like, "Did you smoke cigarettes on the balcony?" And I was like,
"Yes, you didn't have any. You had a drag. You can blame on me. You had a drag. It was mostly me.
Hey man, I tried to tell her that.
I should have gone sticks and hidden them between the ash.
Yeah, nice. See,
next time.
Next time. But no, anyway, so back to this story.
Smoke better.
The whole point of bringing this up, anyway, this guy was telling us to smoke. It was a good chat because he basically said it's a really bad habit. He acknowledged that, but he just said it's hard. He said it's really addicting, and he's not wrong. Like they design it that way. It's very hard for people to quit. Anyway, he is tatted up all the way down. Like he had fucking like bone tattoos on his hands. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like tattooed so it looks like your bones are showing. And they had no problem hiring him at my job. So what I'm saying is if you are worried about tattoos, I think that stigma is going away. I don't think people care as much these days. Once
this becomes our job, I will open up a lot more about stuff I want to.
Yes, of course.
But I can't right now because I'm just, as much as I know
we're hesitant, and I don't blame you for that.
And I will start to get tattoos. There's a few that I want to, there's a few I want to get. I know we're going to get the 4.5 one. We still don't know where we're going to get it. I don't know if we're going to get it.
Well, where?
I don't know if we know where we're going to get it. Anywhere visible per se.
I don't know. Well, I just like the idea. I know that Brian Cranston and
I'm never getting
Aaron
one there.
Paul got it on their like
I'm never
finger.
getting one
I think that's kind of cool. I like that idea.
There's one I want to get, and it's like I said to a girl the other day, and I always forget what I want to get. But one I want to get is, this might sound cliche. If I ever get really ripped, I'd love to get in cursive hate and love there, because my heart's here. It's like love and hate.
Bro.
I'm joking. Jesus Christ.
Fucking bench that idea.
I'm joking. Fucking hell. I just knew you'd have a fucking horror. I'm joking. That's not what I wanted. The one I wanted to get was...
You know what? I want to see like a really fat guy with like a hate and love tattoo. And he's like, no, but I used to...
Never get hate tatted on you.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's a bad
That's
fucking
the joke,
road.
by the way. I wasn't gonna fucking get love or hate. No, I do want to get. I want to get like true love tatted on me somewhere, because love is the fucking power. I think that fuels us all.
Yeah, I think that's. Nice. I think the idea of getting hate tattooed, it's so dumb. But love.
To confirm, I'm joking.
Yes,
about that.
no, I got you. But love. I love.
I saw that in someone, and I was like, the fuck.
It is. Look, it's a bit goofy and it's a bit sappy, but. I'm a sucker for love. Everyone's a sucker for love.
Every tattoo is sappy if you think about it.
Yeah, a little bit. That's right. Everyone loves love, so I
want to get okay somewhere from BoJack.
Oh yeah.
I think that is the pure. Excuse me. That's the pure enthusiasm of like me getting out of dark places. Is just saying okay.
Absolutely.
So I want to get okay.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I'm gonna get 4.5. I want to get never give in somewhere, which is again that constant fight. Macklemore has a tattoo like right here. It says never give in. Macklemore's tattoos are sick. I wouldn't mind getting like his.
You know what's tough? Have you ever seen a tattoo where like you see it and you're like, I want to get that tattoo, but I don't want to copy that person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's okay. No one knows it's Macklemore.
Yeah, like one tattoo I really like is this YouTuber called Steve Zaragoza. I've been following for like almost 10 years. He has this tattoo now on his wrist there, and it says like jokes, I think it says jokes or something. And basically, I think he does stand up, or he does like he's a comedy actor,
right?
And I just love that idea of like, I do love jokes and I love laughing and all that stuff. And then you can say, well, jokes on me, like,
yeah.
But
when people say, why didn't I tell you? We go, oh, I've got it for a laugh.
There you go. But like, jokes to me mean so much. Like it means so much to me to laugh and to be funny. And I don't mean to be funny as in like, be really funny. Just like be fucking lighthearted. Just be able to laugh at things. Don't be such a stick in the mud and like, oh my God, this is so fucking.
And stop making fun of people's tattoos. That guy, remember that guy who was, oh God, nah, this is cringy. That guy who had the Do More Casey Neistat tattoo.
Oh, well, the Hassan Minaj.
Yeah, that is a bit cringy.
I don't know if that's cringy, but that's a bit weird when it's like, and when you get it in their handwriting too.
That's what I mean, though. That's a bit weird. I think, no, by the way, that the Do More Casey tattoo is fucking sick, but that's his.
And that's what I mean. That's what I mean with the Steve one as well. I like the jokes tattoo, but I like that he has it. Do you know what I mean?
Like the whole do more, work harder thing. It's such a cool saying. But if you
like, I would like it on me, but I want one that's mine.
I might get in cursive somewhere, do more, work harder. And I want to get, I do want to get, but it's too long. I'd love somewhere in cursive to have.
What, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
You just read my mind. Holy shit. Now I want to get, if the world started burning, we put it out together, or will we still fight one another? That's way too long.
That is a bit long, yeah.
But then, like, you know, like, there's like, should I get like some titles on me? I'm like, fuck, that's like pretty lame. Like,
you could have one that's like, I don't know what it would say, but it would be like, it was July 31st when I got this tattoo.
Did that be saying we got one on July 31st? Yeah, see, like, I want to name my child. Well, I'm probably not. If I ever get, I want two children's name. I want Haley and Indy. But, you know, I'll probably have to give way a little bit and probably have to give one of them up if my wife wants to call another one something. So if I have to pick one, I'd pick Haley. But I do want to call one of my children Indy, which is like short for Indiana.
Yes. Yeah.
So
very nice name.
And Indiana is like one of my favorite songs of all time by Kid Quill. And I'm like, should I get Indiana tatted on me? But then I don't want people to think I'm from Indiana. But then if I eventually have a child called Indiana,
but that's
I've got my child's name tatted on me, and it's one of my favorite songs ever. And I mean that, ever.
Yeah, but that song is about the place Indiana, so you could just, you know.
Yeah, but I've never been to Indiana. But I relate to that song so much with my life and my friends and how I look at where we live.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about this the other day. Like, we should, and I think we do, but we should rep Perth in the same way that many American artists rep their hometown so much. And it's like
Philly and Indy and
for sure. We should.
I do. I say all the time. That's why.
No, I love Perth.
When I made the Twitter, we have a Twitter account now, by the way, at 4ALaugh Pod.
Oh, that's right. We need to talk about
OCC for a laugh. When I made both of those,
OOC for a laugh.
OOC for a laugh. That again is at 4ALaugh Pod for our main page, and our context page is OOC for a laugh.
Correct.
Yes. Yes. When I made those, I made the location specifically to say Perth, Western Australia.
Yeah, good.
I could have turned that off, but I didn't. Yeah, I left them there.
Maybe I'll put that on the Instagram as well. Perth, Western Australia. I turned location off because I didn't want it to be specific, like exactly where we filmed. But,
right. Yeah.
But I'll put it as Perth because I think we should rep Perth, and I love Perth so much, you know. And I think it's only natural for you to love where you grew up. But
I feel like if I either move to New York or something for like a decade, I will somewhere hidden on me get like the place where I grew up tatted somewhere.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which is like a huge dox in a way, but I'll put it somewhere no one will ever see it. Because then it'll be filmed and be like,
well, but you just said if you moved to New York,
true,
it wouldn't be a dox, really.
And my parents are going to travel around Australia. Like, no one would be living here.
Well, and I would think, I'm just guessing, but if you had the money to move to New York, you'd probably buy them a nice place somewhere.
I would. I'd look after my family and friends first. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll look after my future family first, and then I'd look after my family and friends, and then I'd spend money on.
Well, it depends how early you get money.
Babes and cars and shit.
Well, it depends. If this podcast goes, you know, massive next year, like
fuck.
No, I'm not saying it will.
I hope so.
I hope so too, but I'm just saying it depends when you get the money. If you get the money, the fame money.
First thing you do is get an accountant. Don't be stupid.
You know,
the amount of YouTubers
I think it was Jerry Seinfeld said that apparently his accountant fucking stole so much money from him.
Really?
Yeah. And apparently he spent it on like drugs and hookers and all this shit.
I told you, we know our family, one of my dad's cousin's husband who's just retired, but he has the whole branch. And then we know people there.
That's right. Yeah.
So they're really good there. I'd go straight to them and be like, I am stupid. I will spend this money on a car. 100%. Yeah. Take it and just
limit me.
Lock it away with a key. And then I'd spend some, but I'd be like, just, you know, my biggest fear, I literally thought I was in the shower today, my biggest fear is not having enough money to support a family. So if I can knock that out of the park and I can support myself, I think I'll be happy.
I was thinking about it though too, and I think this is a good trait that we have. And I'm speaking for myself. I'm assuming for you, but I think we have a pretty good, well, by my standard, good, but some people might call it bad philosophy on money. I think we look at it as like, if we have enough money ourselves to enjoy ourselves and be happy and have a good time in life, but also live a good life, we're happy. Like we don't necessarily need to have a massive amount saved up for no reason. Do you know what I mean? And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about like millionaires, like fucking, or billionaires like Zuckerberg and Bezos and stuff who just have money sitting there that they're never going to ever touch. Like I think we have a pretty good philosophy on that of like,
yeah,
if we are happy and we have enough money and we have enough for what we need to do, we're happy to like give some of it away or.
I'd love, like I said, mental health support and suicide prevention and RSPCA, like.
We could be like those producers who just fund up and coming filmmakers. We'll be like, we'll produce that movie. Sure. Like,
yeah, we'd support people that we really like.
Yeah, definitely.
Throw Aiden a bone here and there.
Well, he needs it.
Maybe Deck.
We'll be like, we'll only fund you guys if Aiden, you cast Deck in your movie.
Deck will be like, can I come on the podcast now? Like, but Declan, we asked you heaps and you said no, and now we've got some views.
Some money.
It makes you think a little bit. No, I'm kidding. Declan,
I love it.
Declan's a good lad. Like, I'm sure we asked Declan to come on the show. He wouldn't say no.
No, he'd probably do this. He'd probably do like
to clarify. Sorry, I feel really bad now. To clarify, we've not asked Declan. I'm sure he would.
No, we
say
haven't
yes.
asked him. No, we haven't.
I'm sure he would say yes.
He'd probably do like an Eric Andre style like performance art thing.
Wait, you were in character the whole time?
Yeah.
Man, probably. He probably would.
All right, tell me about this night out, or tell the audience.
You were there.
I was. I simply don't remember.
Fuck, I was gonna get photos up because they're so funny. I'll airdrop you some I wanna. But
I'll get some photos up. They might be on my. You might have to airdrop them.
Yeah. We went out and not last time we recorded. The time before that was a Friday night. We were young, wild, and free. We had a spark in our hearts.
Young, dumb.
And some beer in our belly.
Oh God! Fuck!
I was pretty sauced.
Pretty? No, I was incredibly sauced. Not that I regret it. I mean, I was very, very happy with the amount we drank. By the way, we fucking stash them back, bro. We like
Send them.
We slammed the beers.
Well, to be fair, does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me.
Do you have the video up handy? It's the only thing I didn't send.
Yes, I do.
We have to discuss that. That's the coolest thing I've ever done.
I'm gonna have to save them to my downloads. I'll airdrop
but yeah, we
some
went out
me as
to
well.
a local establishment, a club, and yeah, we haven't been to that club since we went with Johnny, I think, in like February or something ridiculous, like ages ago. And then obviously it shut down for a while because of Corona, and we haven't actually gone there for a while. To be fair, it is quite dodgy. There were 2 fights when we were there. I haven't seen a fight there before, but there was one in the mosh pit and there was one outside. And people were just a bit ravenous that night. I don't know what it was. But I remember when we were in the mosh pit and there was a fight going on, I got shoved.
Should I try keep anything out of the photo that identifies where it is?
Yes.
Okay, because I took a photo with the logo of the place.
Well, why don't you just use the ones I airdropped you?
Photo.
Why don't you just use the ones I airdropped you?
I'm saying, should I not use that?
Nah, I wouldn't use that.
Okay, I'll keep that out of it. But anyway, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I got shoved in this fight. No one shoved me specifically, but it's in a massive mosh pit, so people got hit by the original guy, and everyone sort of dominoed into each other. And I accidentally bumped into a girl, and if looks could kill, I don't know why she was so shitty with me because I didn't do anything. I was just standing there. I'm a victim in all this shit. And I looked at her and I said, "Oh, it wasn't me." And she was so annoyed at me. And then I turned around and I said, "That's it. I am a hero," because I didn't shout back, "You silly cow." I just said, "Nah, look, fine, whatever." I literally didn't do anything. Like, I got shoved into you. But do you remember those fights?
I remember there was a fight. I didn't realize you got shoved.
No, I didn't get shoved. I got dominoed.
Oh, okay. Someone hit into you. No, because I remember the fights.
No, not into me. I mean, pretty much this guy got hit and there was a massive wall of people and it hit me and I went, and I hit into a girl and she got so annoyed at me.
No, that's what I mean. So you kind of got hit into someone and then they got pissed at you.
Yeah,
okay, interesting.
Girl, yeah.
No, because I remember I was fucking right there with that when the fight was going on. It was happening like right next to me. I should have taken a video. Yeah, no, literally, I looked over
Why
and
would you take a video?
they were barreling past and I was like,
What
was so quick. It was so quick. But
What
like,
was happening?
I don't know. I don't know if they came in together or like, I don't know if they knew each other or if it was random. It could have been either way. But these two guys just started fucking punching up on the dance floor.
They full on punching.
Right in the mosh. Oh, yeah. They were fully going at it. The security guard had to come in and like break them up. Big guy, by the way, the security guard.
Yeah,
and like,
them.
it was crazy. Everyone was like, oh, like it was fucking wild, man. I remember standing there and I was like, and actually, I remember thinking, I was like, I looked down, I was like, how am I not getting hit or anything? Because they were literally fucking punching up like right near me. It was like maybe one person and then them. Like I was so close. It was wild, man. They were really going at it.
Outside though,
you know when people are just so drunk and they're just fucking like,
yeah,
like, and it's like you just they're like, my God, like, where'd you get all this energy from?
There was another one outside, outside the actual venue, but anyway, what's some photos?
Okay, so I got sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's all right.
But I have these photos here.
They're in chronological order, by the way. That's the last one we ever took, so I guess in the chronological order. Ah, the cap!
Ah! Oh dear. Fix it. Oh.
Okay. It's in the pencil
Good
thing
enough.
now.
Good enough. All right, 1 second. Because I need to drink. Let me figure out.
That's the last one.
Hold on, let me figure out. Okay, well, I'll see if I can get them fucking not chronological then.
Folks, I'm so sorry about this. I am very sorry.
Let's see if that's the last one.
Taking you back to Friday when we went out.
Okay. What is this? Okay, well, I can't show that. Oh, let me put them in a folder. All right, fucking hell. Sorry. Oh, no. What have I done? Here we go. Okay, now I can show you. All right, I can scroll as much as I like because this folder is... Fucking hell. What? Why are you booing me?
You got crickets.
All right, this is the first one.
That's a good photo.
This is one I sent. That's why I sent it because I really like this photo. Lol, I never turned the effect off from the first bit. Okay, so this is this
is your boy in the club.
Is you in the club, Conor Hannum, boogieing it up. I like this photo a lot, by the way. It's
not
very
bad.
cool.
I might
having a good time.
I might actually gram that.
Yeah, I think you should. Oh, fuck's sake. Why is it not? Hold on. We
got a problem here, folks.
Surely when you... Oh, wait, sorry. I think I was pressing the wrong direction. No! Why?
Just open up a little bit.
Hold on. Let me go like that. And then if I... Oh, I'm sorry for the fucking pausing. Why does it not let me... Open them!
Why don't you just...
Can I open them all? Oh my goodness.
Just do that. do that. Do that.
Hold on. I'll do this.
That's what I mean. And just
there we go. There we go. Oh, now we've got it.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Sorry. All right. You figured it out before me.
All right. Yeah, it's a good photo.
Okay, so that's the first one. Then
okay, so there was a fire extinguisher.
Randomly a fire extinguisher just landed on the dance floor behind us, and I was like,
take a quick picky. I always think of the show when we're out and about.
And I thought that was hilarious. This photo I took on the dance floor.
That's a great one.
This was
that's hilarious.
Just of us standing there randomly, which I thought was so funny. So this guy,
I love this guy.
This guy, both of us were like, we have to get a photo with this fucking random guy. He was wearing the hottest shit. I was like, how are you not sweating your ass off?
Nah, man, I'm not hot.
He literally kept saying that. He was
killing it on the floor.
Bro, he was wearing the biggest fucking sweater I'd ever seen.
I said to Mitchell, he's like, who is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I swear, I don't know. I've never seen this man in my life.
To who? To Mitchell?
Yeah. I sent it to him. I was like,
oh, you sent it to Mitchell. Who is that? Oh, that's hilarious.
I had no idea.
That is so funny. It was wild. That's a cute little photo.
Drinking cider, which went down like a treat.
And then, by the way, I think it's this next photo. I think. No, that's
me doing Hannibal.
So that's you doing Hannibal. So yeah, I don't know if we can show it. It'll be too hard to find the clip, but we're imitating a clip from the Eric Andre show. Where
yours looks better than mine. Can you show the panda clip?
Yeah. I have that.
Good.
So
good.
This I think is basically the photo I showed before. Then we have. I don't know what this photo is. You seem very confused in this photo.
Right.
I'm not sure if you were trying to be confused, but I just thought it was a funny photo, so I thought I would include it.
Probably was, to be fair. I don't know why I wasn't talking to the cutie. Oh, Hannibal.
So this is me just purposely, of course.
Maybe that's what I was doing before.
Maybe that is what you're doing.
You were trying to be awkward.
I was trying to just stand hell awkwardly on the dance floor. And what I kind of, in a way I hate it, but in a way I also love it, is that for some reason in this pose, I look kind of like fat, but I just love the way I just think it's funny. From a comedy standpoint, I think it's hilarious. Then the next photo, why is it fucking going back on itself? That's you with the fire hydrant. Oh no, is it in a loop? Okay, let me fix this loop. Sorry, folks. Oh no, there we go. Back to it.
He was so nice.
So I got a photo with him. Again, just literally for a laugh.
Damn, bro,
I really like this photo. This photo I got on the dance floor. I think this is a great photo. I actually want to post this photo.
All I thought about was I like the guy's hair in the background. I need to get a haircut, so that was mine.
What, this guy's? What is going on here? But look at this. What is going on with this fucking guy's hair? Yeah, I know.
I need to get my hair like that because I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. So.
But no, I just really like that photo. So I think I'm going to post that photo somewhere because I think that's funky. So now here is you standing by the...
Ladies and gentlemen.
What do you call this? The
claw machine.
Claw machine, that's right. So you're standing with the claw machine and this is... Okay, so wait. So this is... Let's... Well, I'll remove the audio later. But anyway, so this was Conor playing... So this by the way,
of a club, by the way.
This was Conor's second try at the claw machine. He tried it one time, and in the second time,
I love this guy. This guy
actually won a panda at the fucking club. The wildest shit. When the hell does that happen? Literally, when does that happen? You know what's funny? I showed this video to Kath, and she was like, "Was the club completely empty?" To be clear, this was like the quiet part of the club.
Yeah, this was the...
If you go behind Conor and to the right,
this is like the...
That's where the funky part of the club was happening.
Yes, this is like the Wubs room.
This was where there was an actual DJ playing, and also this was the second bar. So there's like a first bar and a second bar. It's actually it's a bigger club than it looks like when you look at it.
That's like the Wubs room where not a lot of people go to.
But that's how Conor won his panda.
The DJs there were doing
and
really
then
well.
Conor
That's
took
a great photo.
That is a fantastic photo. That seriously is an awesome photo.
I want a bloody panda.
Standing there with this fucking random ass panda that he
we're getting the kebab.
And then this is Conor standing with his panda afterwards when we got a kebab.
Well, I had to explain to many people why I was walking around with a soft toy.
And then and he did it in the fucking kebab shop. And then I think, and then this is us in the toilet.
That's the one I sent to you.
So now I think we're going through the ones maybe that Conor sent.
And that was it, yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So it's pretty wild night that we had.
Yeah. You never win on these things, but it was my second try. Yeah. And for those of you who do know, those of you who don't, my DJ name is Panda, PNDA. So I was like, well, I might as well try and get the panda. And lo and behold, it worked. So we were there at the club for like another hour, and we had to put Pandy, which is his name by the way, Pandy, who's now staying at the podcast. You'll see him every episode. We had to put Pandy wrapped in Dan's jacket and threw it outside the club. And then before we left, by the way, I left and completely forgot about it. And Dan was like,
I need my jacket. No, I said I need my jacket and your panda.
And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Just walking around the streets with a panda and people are like, the hell? And I was like, I want it in a claw machine, which is funny because it's a literal club.
And there's a claw machine there, yeah.
I think it's pretty funny. It's a great story. So that's Pandy. He is literally the third member of the show now.
That's right. Cast member number 3. He's unpaid though. Unpaid labor.
We're all unpaid.
Damn, bro, don't let it slip to the audience.
No, I love him, man. It was such a funny story, and I'll forever. I've notoriously been good at claw machines my whole life, so
you know though they literally don't.
Grab.
I was reading something. They don't. No, they do grab, but they only grab like every 7th piece of money. So you literally just got lucky. Like
you do. It's pure skill. There's a small bit of skill, but a lot of it is.
Yeah, that's right. No, because they
you can land as center as you like, but if it doesn't grab it, doesn't
they program it so that every
you can do this, but if I don't grip it,
exactly,
it's not gonna grab.
They program it so that it only grips properly every 7th try, or I don't know. That's how they program. That's how they program the ones at at the fair. At the club, maybe it's different. But as far as I know, generally within the industry, that's how they are programmed. It's pretty wild. So I'm very proud of Conor. I'm very happy for him. I think he did a great job. And we're happy to welcome Pandy to the show and have our new cast member. It's just me and Pandy right now. We're hosting the show together. Me and Pandy alone. That's how I like it. I like it just me and Pandy.
Replace me. I
love it. Yeah, but you might not have been caught by the mic.
Was I in shot?
Anyway, yes, you were.
It's all I asked.
So now let's tell me about this water story. Is this something I know?
Okay. No, it isn't.
Oh.
It's just a quick thing. Because I'm dieting.
All right, well, I'm going to take the... Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll have to ask you a question, actually. If that's okay, I can stall for a second if you need to go pee.
Stall for a second. No, tell the story. I'll pee afterwards.
Sure. So because I'm dieting at the moment, I can't drink anything sweet or like eat anything sweet really on weekdays, which is a shame.
Okay.
Although this weekend we should try and do the Big Jack versus the Big Mac.
Yeah, I was going to say we've got to do that soon.
Well, that will break our fast because I haven't gotten McDonald's.
No, I haven't gotten fast
anything
food
for
either.
weeks.
No, me neither.
I got Nana's, yeah, but I don't think Nana's really counts. Nana's is pretty healthy.
Depends what you get, but yeah.
Nah, what I got was pretty healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to do that. But yeah, anyway, I went to get I went to the service station today and I got some water and it was like $1, but not just water, Dan. It was sparkling water. Now, I am tired of people shitting on sparkling water. To me, it is great. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great because coming from someone like me who loves their like Red Bulls and stuff, which is obviously quite like fizzy. For me, it's like a supplement.
Yes, okay.
For it. But all I hear online is people shitting on it, saying it's spicy water, it's disgusting, it's terrible. I fuck with some sparkling water, and I reckon it really does clench that thirst when you don't have anything else to clench it with. And it's obviously there's a tiny bit less healthier than water, not much.
Yeah.
It's tiny a little bit.
Okay.
Less healthier. I love it. And even lately, my parents have been buying these little balls of sparkling water. You crack them open. When I've been practicing my DJ sets, which I try and do every night for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, I just drink water the whole time. I'm drinking sparkling water. It's got a 5-star health rating, by the way.
Actually, I feel like if I was drinking just water, but I was trying to have like a good time, I feel like sparkling water would be better than still. I feel like it would almost be like something more than water, but still just water. You know?
Are you a sparkling water hater, Dan?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Why do people hate sparkling water? What is it?
I just look personally. I've never liked sparkling water. I'm just not a big fan. I'm more of a still guy. But that being said,
I don't get it.
With all that being said, I haven't tried sparkling water in fucking literally years. I think the last time I tried sparkling water was when I was like 12. Genuinely, last time I tried it.
It's like $1 for a liter of point.
Nah, sure. Next time,
1.25 liters.
Next time, if I'm at a restaurant or something and they say sparkling or still, I'll say, I want sparkling.
Right, but no one ever orders that.
Yeah, they'll be like, we don't actually have it.
Yeah, we just say it. Yeah, they should. It does sound like something they fucking, because people are so shit at it.
No, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, well, I've never been a big fan of sparkling, but then again, like I said, maybe because I've drank so much beer in the last fucking year.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Maybe I'm a bit more used to that sparkling sort of flavor or tanginess almost.
My last question is, what time does this movie start again?
8:45.
Shit, it's nearly 7.
Yeah, we'll be right. We'll be okay.
We've got to eat before as well. Can I add?
Yeah, no, we do. No, we'll finish the show up soon.
You think we've got time?
Don't worry. Yeah, we got time.
I hope so, folks.
If your water story is finished,
sorry.
we wanted to talk about our last set collaboration. And when we say the last set, we are not talking about Conor doing a DJ set on his deathbed. We're talking about
what the fuck?
The last set podcast.
Yeah,
starring Jack and Joe.
Our last interview as well.
Jack and Joe come down to Moe's, as I like to refer to the last podcast as. Conor, you give us the backstory because I need to go pee and then I'm going to get another beer.
I know I'm really not smashing the VS on that because I don't like VB very much anymore. I like it in a pint, but no, we had the boys on. It was a really good time. I think we did good as interviewers. We'll be on their show soon. But yeah, I think it actually went really well. It was interesting. I was all the way on the end. I noticed today that on the Jesus, that's a big piss. On the GoPro, my face is kind of fishbowled. Yeah. And I'm like, well, that's great, but kind of respect I get around here, to be honest with you, everyone. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
You having a good time?
Yeah, I was all the way over there because I was trying to get people some space. I was trying to give our guests some space. But that's okay. No, it was a really good time. I think we did really good. I think we asked some great questions. I think we can actually get some good clips out of it when eventually we get the clips channel going again. But I think, yeah, it was a really good time. And hopefully the first of many. We had a few people we want to bring on. This is not confirmed. This is what we want to do. They might say no. We want to bring on someone who markets podcasts, who we met in Mark River. I also know a girl who was on The Voice and she got eliminated, and I know her personally. And I've known her for a long time. I'm hoping she'll come on the show. She might be a bit intrigued coming into a room with two men, so hopefully she doesn't. But I'll ask her because she's a good friend of mine, and her.
We're like, what's the problem, darling? You lost your voice.
Jeez, you are Joey Diaz today.
She'll be like, oh.
Give me another shot.
But I also had one of my, that guy Sean that I did that movie 10 with.
What, the guy directed it?
Yeah.
Well,
He's directed another film called Alexander.
Okay.
And I was thinking maybe we could get him on for press.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we could do it.
I guess.
If you're okay with
You
it.
having a good time?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Anyway, sorry, carry on what you were saying.
He's like my sophomore movie.
Can I get Cap?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
I said Cap. I should have said Cap.
We're going to have to rush our dinner, folks. I was going to enjoy having a few
all right. Calm down, Mr. Suki Lala.
I know. I was excited to have at least 3 pints of Guinness.
Sorry, hold on. We'll finish the show up soon.
No, I can only have 2.
Okay, no, we did. My thoughts. I was very happy that we did it. I think it really came out very well.
He wants to see Conor down a beer and one.
Me.
Right, you keep talking. In the background, I'll just do it as a side gag.
Okay, so
You just keep talking. This would be a great out of context.
so I think that.
No, you got to do it wide.
Oh, okay, wide. Okay, all right.
Just
all right.
don't acknowledge me at all.
So I think that we did a really good job on the show, the collaboration that we did with the last set. I think that we have come really far as podcasters. I think one thing that gratified me as a podcaster, as someone who does this every week, is that they were very, very impressed with our studio, with our setup, with everything that we do here. And I was really grateful to hear that. I was really grateful to know that we've come to be appreciated, and that the setup that we have. And also you mentioned this before the show, that I think listening to ourselves and listening to their reaction, I think we are very experienced podcast hosts at this point.
Yeah, well, we've nearly been doing it for in about maybe a month and a half's time. We would have been doing it for 4 years.
Technically, I also think, by the way, we should have a soft 100 celebration at episode 92.
What do you mean soft?
Because I believe we did do 8 episodes before.
More than that, I think, but sure.
Well, we did 7 that aired, and then we did an unaired episode. And then, yes, we've done unaired episodes during our current run. But we technically, at episode 92 of this podcast, we will have recorded 100 episodes.
Was it 9 or 8? Because did one not air?
I think 8 didn't air. But
Okay.
it could have been 9. It could have been 9.
Oh, maybe you're right.
I'm getting a bit thirsty.
We should maybe. Are you going to do it too?
Yeah.
Oh my god! It actually isn't that bad. I generally actually don't. I could probably.
I'm thirsty.
I could probably do one again. To be honest, Dylan's gonna be impressed by the Australianness of us. Wait, Dylan, if you've seen me do that, tweet me and I'll retweet it on all the pages. My page,
the 4 Laugh Pod, 4 Laugh
and
OC.
our context.
I love this.
Tweet me if you saw me down that bit.
All right, but yeah, no. So actually, but before I go to this, you did mention before that you said something about that we are quite experienced. So if you can, elaborate on
those
that.
boys have only been doing it for 6 weeks, which is crazy, by the way. I definitely thought they've been doing it for longer, but look, they were really good. I'm not trying to say they weren't, but you could tell we've been doing it for as long as we've been doing it. And, I'm not shitting on them. We were pretty shit when we started. Not saying they're shit. I'm just saying we were pretty bad when we started, and it took us a while to get there. And like, look, even nearly 4 years later, I feel like we're finally actually getting to a spot where.
Sorry.
Wait, what just happened? Jesus, you're struggling. You're struggling heaps. Boogie, just do this. Do this. That's so gross. You struggled a bit there. You okay?
Nah, you know what? You know what got me was that there was a bunch of fucking froth that all came in. And then I think it was so much air that I swallowed. And I was like, I had to burp so much. Sorry about that, folks.
That was gross.
That was good, though. I was glad I did that.
I just sounded like I ripped into them. I didn't mean it like that. I mean,
no, I get what you're saying.
We were just experiencing the movie again. What you were trying to.
No, I tried to say it to them when we were filming. I tried to say something like, "So guys, we've obviously been doing it a long time. Do you have any questions or anything?" And they just didn't have any questions. And I was like, "Okay, fair enough. I guess you guys aren't going to make any of the fucking tons of mistakes that we made when we started. Not that we made mistakes necessarily, but." We were inexperienced and we've learned a lot,
Well,
that's also because we started when we were younger and all that sort of stuff, So.
Yeah. Whole goal of a podcast, get the conversation going. I think we did a really good job at that. I think again, when we get the clips channel going, I think we got some fucking cool. We got an exclusive story about the stripping. I think that's pretty.
That's great. I love that story.
I think that's a great story.
Oh yeah.
And Jesus, are you okay?
I'm okay. I like that photo you sent, by the way. You should put that on there. Yeah.
How good is that?
That's hilarious.
I do have to out of context.
That is so good.
I love that fucking. That's when I was being shown who it was. I'd never seen her before. To be fair, she rang a bell, but
yeah, sorry.
we got to hear off stage what party he stripped at, and it was pretty fucking.
Yes, that's right. Who the hen was? Yes.
Pretty
scandalous.
Yeah. Pretty good. It was pretty good.
So I'm very keen to do more collaborations in the future. I know that's how you feel. And also, by the way, if you're watching this, go check them out. Last Set podcast. Great podcast, but also, and great guys too. They were really nice. They're really nice to just hang with and chat to.
We should be going on theirs whenever
when they're capable,
when
they have the.
At the moment, they're not. That's okay. We will go on eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Also, you mentioned the socials, so we do have the social. We've got the two Twitters, the main Twitter, For a Laugh Pod, the Out of Context Twitter, OOC For a Laugh. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, Twitter has a bunch of like out of context pages where it's like normally TV shows and movies and shit.
Yeah.
But ours will just be
I'm running both, and they're pretty funny.
Random images and random clips.
Dylan is so sweet. He follows both instantly and he retweeted them.
Oh,
very nice guy.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry if I was in his face at the beginning of saying me. That was a joke, by the way. I didn't. He must look at me as like the evil uncle.
You love to hate,
Yeah, I hope he doesn't finger me like that. But no, it's the Our Context page. We post videos and photos, probably like 5 or 6 a day.
Today I made an Instagram page as well. So we have For a Laugh Pod at For a Laugh Pod on Instagram as well. I haven't done the Facebook page. I think I'm going to try to do that by the end of the week.
That'd be good.
So we'll have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
And then we have the YouTube. We have the
we might even get a TikTok, folks.
The clips as well. Yeah, I know. Oh,
Maybe even a Snapchat.
One thing I noticed that they have like a Google Podcasts page or something. We need to get. I'll ask them about that.
They're all over the shop with their things. They're so good about it. They're the best.
And by the way, I will say, I've said this. I'm very, very proud of the show we have. We're very established.
I'm sorry.
I'm so proud of it. No, I think we do a great show, and like I said to them, we have been lucky enough with all the fucking thousands of dollars of gear that we have that we can focus on making the show the best that it can be. And I really do think that we do that.
We just didn't do our socials for ages.
Exactly. It's the marketing side that I think.
Look, already our show, the show we put out today is getting better views than we have in ages. And it's probably because of the socials.
I think that shows that we are, we're creatives. We're so caught up with the fucking creative side of it that we can't give a fuck thinking about the marketing. Like, we want to focus on the creative. Like, we almost need to hire a fucking marketing person.
And we were worried about the views. I am Stern. I'm obsessed with Stern. I want to be just like him. But yeah, no, I run the 2 Twitters and you run the Instagram and Facebook.
Soon to be Facebook. Well, and I kind of run the YouTubes, but
oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So
yeah, but if you want to follow us on Twitter, which is where we're pretty much mostly active, and those are the pages I run, it's at For a Laugh Pod, and it's for the Out of Context page at OOC For a Laugh.
correct. Lovely.
Even I'm starting to get better at it.
Now,
But, yeah.
this is the last thing I wanted to bring up, and then we'll talk about the footy, and then we'll end the show. But so I really do think that we have such a good show, and I think we've developed into a place where I'm really proud of what we produce. I think these weekly episodes, I think they're very high quality. They have very high production value. Look at all these cameras switching. Like it's unbelievable. It's almost like a television show. What is this? 20th century studios minus the Fox? Get the Fox out of here.
Bruh.
So I think that, I really am proud of that. And I was telling my therapist this on Tuesday.
Have I subscribe to your podcast?
yeah. My therapist would would it make you less depressed if I subscribed?
If she watches it.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I was like, as my dad says, if you put yourself out on the internet, you should allow. What was he say? He's like, if you put yourself on the internet, you need to be ready for anyone to watch it. So I said, look, it's out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't think she ever has something. I feel like she feels rude. I'm like, don't feel rude. It's fine. Eventually, it will help my therapy.
Mine hasn't even asked.
This is the issue.
Yeah. Mine hasn't even asked what it's called or anything. But to be fair, we were talking about different stuff. I haven't mentioned it directly. I've mentioned it sort of.
So we get people every day coming in saying they got a podcast.
Yeah. She's like, God, if I checked out all my therapists, all my patients' fucking podcasts, I'd go crazy. By the way, I've been meaning to bring this up. Did I bring this up about how my therapist sees a therapist?
I'm not asking my therapist if she's a therapist.
No, I'm not saying should you ask her. I'm just saying.
I assume she does. And if
did I bring that up on the show?
No, you told me. Oh, you might have. You told me at least.
But anyway, so my therapist. But what I'm saying is, at my recent session, she brought it up again that she sees a therapist. So. And I think that's great. I think it's great.
I think I got therapy next Friday, and I'm very excited for it.
I was like, what is this? Me being so open and happy about mental health awareness?
This me being mentally stable?
Yeah, but it was again in passing. She brought it up. She was like, oh, I do it all the time with my therapist. And I was like, interesting. Anyway.
Speaking of therapy.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
So I was talking to her and basically I was telling her about because I was telling her that my parents don't I don't even know if they know that I have a podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if they know about it.
You know what?
Does that make sense?
No, but I have the exact same thing. Like, David Tennant was on my mum's favorite news thing. Mum watches ABC News in the morning. She loves them.
Yeah.
I follow them all on Twitter just so I can be like, oh, Mum, they tweeted this. And
yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm like, all right, chill out.
Okay.
But I saw last Thursday that one of the news anchors said we interviewed David Tennant or be on the show tomorrow. I was like, oh, I'll tell Mum because Mum loves David Tennant. She loves that show.
Yeah,
news show, The Breakfast Show on ABC, which to be fair, in my opinion, I don't really love news on TV, but they're probably the most unbiased and most professional in my opinion. Oh, I've always loved ABC.
Yeah.
If there was ever
ABC, I think is great.
If there was ever a show I would put on TV, it would be on ABC.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to go with ABC.
But I told Mum that David Tennant was going to be interviewing about his podcast second season. She's like, oh, I'll make sure to look out for it. And then the next day she's like, oh, Conor. She very much like, Conor. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? She's like, I saw it. David Tennant's got a podcast. I'm like, yeah. He has. I told you that. But last night I made a joke. I was like, I haven't heard my mum stop talking about podcasts. I'm like, Mum, your son has been doing one for 4 years.
That's so
and I've
funny.
never heard her even pay any interest into being into podcasts or
understanding
listening to
it.
one. Yeah. She hasn't once been like, my son has a podcast. And I'm like, bro, but I feel like they actually sat down and saw the logistics of it and the actual show.
Yeah.
Part of me wants them to see it, part of me
also,
doesn't want them to see it. Have your parents actually watched an episode?
No, I don't
feel like my parents haven't. My dad watched one
you mentioned it. You mentioned it at my 21st party in your speech. And I remember my mum saying something like, podcast, what's this podcast? And
is this a podcast?
Yeah, legit. And since then, it's never been mentioned. But I was talking to my therapist and I was saying that, I don't think my parents understand my commitment to my artistic side and all that sort of stuff.
I feel that.
And she said something along the lines of, you know, obviously they need to know about that because that's who you are. And I said, you know, unfortunately, some of the stuff that I have in my creative mind is more conceptual. It's not tangible. Like the stand-up and the videos that I want to make, I haven't made them yet. And I'm not doing stand-up right now. So I can't show them. Does that make sense? But I said to her, I was like, but the podcast, I'm so proud of the podcast. We have such a great show. We have a good set. We have good production value. We do it we're committed to doing it. Yeah. We get it out, the thumbnails, like everything.
We've been killing it, the episodes
it's very professional.
Yeah.
At least as far as I see it. And she said to me something that really sort of stuck with me, and I thought was a really good point, was that she said, you know, you don't have to show them something that has been polished. She said you can share something of yours that is in the early stages, that isn't where you think is like showable.
Yeah.
And she said, like, sometimes people seeing something in its early stages actually means more because they feel like you were willing to share it with them before it was ready to show anyone else.
Maybe we should.
And it really made me think about just wanting to be someone who shares the stuff I do more, because it's not about me being insecure and saying I want it to be perfect before I show anyone. It's about actually sometimes people want to see what I'm doing, and I'm sure my family care and they would like to see what I'm doing.
Maybe we should actually make a specific podcast episode where we plan out something specifically and we know we're going to show our family this specific episode.
Yeah, and we say this one is the one that we share. And that we
well, maybe we should do that because I've always
say,
been.
Can you please listen to this?
Whenever an episode goes
the
out,
episode will start with like, "Hello, family."
So, mum, dad, hello. No, I've had that where an episode has come out and I'm like, oh, I said this and that. What if they watch it? And I literally genuinely get anxiety because, like,
yeah. Well, and that's something that's interesting is that, like, I talk about therapy quite openly on this show, but I haven't told my
yeah, that's interesting.
And like
my parents know, but they are a bit like therapy. But
what's funny is like
witchcraft.
What's funny is like we put this show publicly so that my parents could go watch it. Like, I don't have any fear because I know they don't watch it, but at the same time, me knowing that I'm going to share it with them is me knowing that they will probably see, or maybe at some point will see me talking about the fact that I go therapy. And you go, oh, Dan does that, you know?
When it comes up, you're like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, huh?
You're watching with them and you're like,
who?
Wait, what? Who's that? I swear, no, it's funny when you do say that about, now that's why, because I know now, because when I said at the podcast about in Dan's birthday speech, I was like, how about that podcast, folks? Huh? And
it was like that.
Because I guess no one knew we had one.
No. And because, and it,
I was like, okay, well, it's good.
It's partly because I was worried about sharing it, but I've also come to really be so proud of this show in a way that I think before, I don't know if I was embarrassed before. I don't know what, but I think it was also because I didn't think they would see it as something worthy. I think they would see it and be like, oh, what's he doing? What's this waste of time?
I still think they will see it like that until it starts making some
and maybe
some
that's
Bunsen
the
burner, unfortunately.
Maybe that is the truth.
A little bit of Bunsen burner. When
and
that
maybe
girl
that's
comes
the
on,
truth.
I got to crack that joke and explain it to her. If she does come on.
She won't now.
Give me another shot.
She loved it.
But anyway, no. So I just want to say that about, something I've been thinking about, and this is something that, and I was ironically, I was talking to Dylan today, and I was saying that my first video back, I think, will be about a video defining myself and saying, who am I? What do I do? Well, I consider myself, this is the way I define myself, as a creative. I am passionate about creating, whether it's podcasts, whether it's videos, whether it's just any kind of art. I am passionate about that. And that's who I want to be, and that's what I want to make a career out of. And I need to be more conscious in defining myself as that person, because yes, I do a 9 to 5, and yes, that pays the bills. But what I want as a long-term career is absolutely in this field of arts and creativity. And I need to be more confident in that.
Just relax, Morty. Let's just see how this plays out. We'll get there. I understand what it's like. I struggle too with that, but I think the way I've been looking at it, I can moping around about it like I do in my head. I'm like, shit, this is actually getting me anywhere. Like, it's not getting me anywhere. I'm like, if we actually, we did the accounts. I was proud of us for doing those Twitter accounts. It's not anything like me.
And that's why I was so glad. That's why I saw it as a bit of a...
Well, you know what I mean though. When we start doing the socials more, we'll be feeling better.
But that's why I saw it as a bit of a breakthrough with my therapist, because I sort of was like, wow, that's a really, you know, it's interesting that I define myself to me as a creative, but never to my family. Never to my family do I make it clear that I define myself.
I'm so insecure about that
and it's because of insecurity.
The second I bring up my family, it makes me feel like it's just a dream.
That's right. You don't want
it. That shatters me.
Yeah.
That
it's hard.
Absolutely destroys me. And I'm like, no, that's not good. But, you know, in therapy, I do more next time I go. I want to start digging deeper into the more, like just the deeper reasons why I feel this way.
It's really funny because I went into therapy and she was like, how you going? And I was like, oh, you know, I started this new job and it was good. And I started talking my family and that sort of stuff. And then it felt like 15 minutes later and the session was over and we were still talking about my, like that kind of side of me and my family and my creative stuff. Yeah. And I was like, wow, you know, we did dig deep.
I more want to
not that I meant to, but
I more want to dig deeper into like the origins of my anxiety and where it all started to come from. And, you know, and I'm not blaming this on her. I want to talk. I feel like there's a huge part of my life when my table was turned. I had a girl at school, and if she ever watches this, I don't mean it's any disrespect. I've always really loved her, but I had a girl at school who I was really, I really, really liked her, and she tried to take her own life. And I feel like, yeah, I have one. I'll down it. But yeah, she tried to take her own life, and I feel like that's when a switch in me turned. And I've can't drive, but I'll down that in one. But yeah, I really want to. I've mentioned in therapy before that. Oh fuck me, fine, fucking fine. I guess. All right. You know what? I'll talk about.
If you want to down it up.
I'll talk about this later. I shouldn't have even said that. But anyway, next time I go to therapy, I want to go in more deep.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry, I realized I was interrupting you at the worst time ever.
Give me another shot.
Literally, okay. As I went to offer
We've really got to go because we need to have dinner. We need to have a fucking Guinness.
Why don't you do this? Tell this story if you can.
Nah, it's all right.
I would love to hear it. I'd love to hear it.
That's okay. We're doing a show soon anyway, and I'll bring it up because I got therapy next.
We'll finish this story on Saturday or whatever.
I got therapy on Friday anyway. So no, next Friday. Yeah, next Friday. So the point is, I want to go into
the origins.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know who you're talking about because I had a somewhat similar experience.
Yeah,
and it's hard. It's really hard.
I feel like I had anxiety my whole life, but I feel like that's when it really started to like spiral. And I think from there on out, everything was just a bit fucky. But not her fault. I'll always love her. I saw her. I didn't see her recently, but I saw her like 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago. And you know, it was nice. It was a really nice to see her again. But like, you know, yeah, we just had a weird. What was that? Is that your shower?
Nah, it's probably next door.
Okay. But yeah, no, yeah, I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Look, if that is something that, you know, affected you, I feel that.
Do you want to hear me talk about mental health or do you want to see me down a beer?
Beer.
This is for mental health and Dylan in the UK.
Woo.
Love you, man. All right. Oh, fuck. Here we go again. Ah, shit. Hang on before I do it.
Oh, yeah. You love that.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
That wasn't bad.
It is not bad.
How did I down it so quickly?
It's impressive. It is impressive, I will admit.
How long was that, do you reckon? Like 7 seconds?
Yeah, that was a good solid down.
Jeez, I could not do that when I was younger.
Oh, God.
I couldn't even like taste the beer on it. Look at me now. Jesus Christ. Like, hopefully I get a career out of this. Otherwise, like, yeah. Honestly, otherwise, Jesus.
Should I down a Cass?
Can you down a Cass?
No, I can. That's why I asked for it, Colin. But I'll do a Cass.
I don't care. You can have them.
I brought myself into this mess. And I'll get myself out.
I don't know if you're going to be able to do that.
Time to down a Cass.
No, the problem is with cans. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Like
cans.
a bottleneck, yeah.
Cans is not easy to do.
Right, we'll see if I can do this.
Just relax more. Let's see where this goes. All right, let's go. All right, I'm gonna count you down. Yeah, ready? All right, you ready? All right, ready? 2, 1, go! And don't worry about time because it's harder to drink through cans. Oh god, this is not going to end well, folks. It's not going to end well. Oh no, what happened? Oh god, Jesus. Oh, folks. I'm sorry.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Did you do it? Is it done? It's still going. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. No, it's good. No.
No. I wasn't gonna.
No, he is. He is. Oh no. Oh,
That's
no.
all it was.
Oh.
Simply a
Are you gonna
belch.
finish it?
Yeah, it's got a teeny tiny bit left. Makes me realize how just average Cass is as a beer.
Oh no, that's gross. I could probably do a third one, to be honest.
Do it if you want to.
All right, so let me go to the toilet. I've got it for the show.
Got to empty it. Go on. We'll see. We'll see if we can pass. Okay. Well, I'll start the last topic. Yeah. So we're going to the footy this weekend. The football, the Australian football, none of this American football and none of this British football. We're talking about Australian football, which is a variation on rugby, sort of. It's this kind of like, it's actually a good game. I used to play it when I was in high school. It's a great show. How dare you, Connor? Connor was the one who pressed that, not me, I swear. So basically, Australian rules football is very, very similar to rugby, but it's got a little bit of a mix of like maybe NFL. I don't know. But anyway, so Aussie rules football is very popular game in Oh, that was good.
Let's get a countdown for me.
Okay, go.
2, 1.
My goodness. My golly gosh. Oh God.
Okay, I don't think I can do any more.
That's okay. I don't think you should. That one was even quicker, I feel like.
Jesus.
That was ridiculous.
You made a miracle, Mum. Jesus.
Wow. Look at ye. Jesus
Christ. Dylan, that was for all three of us for Dylan in the UK. Thank you for being a great subscriber.
Woo!
Oh, God.
Woo!
Could you do that, though?
Me? Do what?
The down in the beard. We have to get some for you.
I could do another cast.
No, you don't have to.
I'm like,
I threw my jacket and I'm cold now.
it's over here.
No, you know what really annoyed me?
Oh no, the set is coming apart.
Oh no. We've never moved around as much as we have.
I know, this Jesus. I'm very happy with how this episode has fallen apart in the best way. But what do you think about the footy this weekend, Connor?
I don't want to go. I hate it. I have like horrible memories of football. And
the problem with when I scull is that like I don't know if I can't take the big gulps. Oh fuck.
To be fair, to give Danny's props, it's so much harder to drink like skull in a can because the bottle is obviously shaped like it is. So you don't have to do it. I won't think less of you. I swear on my life. God, it's so cold in here. Do you know, in summer we're fucking sweating our asses off. In winter we're freezing our fucking asses off. God, Dan's taking us back. We're so stop it, dude. Let's go. The poor listeners are gonna listen to you doing that.
Sorry, kids.
How are you doing so far?
You're gonna have to learn.
You're doing great. You're nearly done, bro. I swear, folks, he's nearly done.
Give me another shot. Give me another shot. Give me another shot.
Done?
One more.
Come on, Dan. You can do it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes.
If I can just burp it out, then I'm all good.
I know. You feel like, don't you? No, look, with the football this weekend, it's like you got to pay money to go see a game I don't like, to sit in the freezing cold, to drink overpriced beer.
It's true. You look, but you know what? It's the experience. And by the way, our friend that we're going with, Mitchell, he's going to be FIFO next year. So we got to give him the best we can give him. You know, we got to treat him before he goes. That was no joke, my friend. How dare you?
Oh, God, so cold.
All right. That's it. That's all we got. That's all, folks.
Yeah, we got to go see King of Santa and get some dinner.
Yes.
And I'm going to get a few pint of Guinnesses down my belt.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. We are going to be back this weekend, I hope.
Yes, we are.
And
No, we're going to be back on, what, Saturday? Saturday sounds good to me. Sounds good to you?
and look, we could.
Oh, no, wait. Saturday we're doing the footy. Sunday we're filming. Isn't that what we agreed?
We could do either way or
We'll
both.
figure
I don't
it the
care.
fuck
I'm
out.
sure we could even.
What's wrong with both?
That's what I mean. I would love to do both. So
I'm a fat simp for both. You know
So
that.
thank you so much for watching, everybody, and we will see you on the next one. You know what it's like, 4 a laugh episodes, sometimes coming at you 3 times to 4 times a week.
My goodness. It's a mess. It's a good mess. It's
knows?
a beautiful mess of a show right now.
Thank you, everyone. We love you lots, and we will see you next time.
We love you
Thank
so much. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh!
Sorry, I really didn't make much of a mess. I think those beers went to my head.
Yes.
I agree. Goodbye, everyone. Woo! This is Satellite saying goodbye from New York.
Oh, dear.